Fellas, this weekend, Sean Strickland is fighting for a world title at middleweight, and I cannot be more... Oh, hey, Sean. What's up?
I've never smacked a woman, but you're about to call me.
Would you?
No, Sean, no, please.
Hate men.
No.
And I don't know why.
I mean, again,
you gotta understand, something probably really f***ed up happened to him. I don't want to go there. Yeah, but he loves goats. We have that in common. I just don't fuck him. But if you come up to me with 3 fucking goat fucker Chechens who don't speak English, I'm gonna pull my gun and I'm gonna shoot each and every.
Somebody cut his mic off.
Oh, that's a wrap. Anyways. Wait, I got one for.
So before, I was so rudely interrupted, I was trying to say, Sean Strickland probably shouldn't be here. I mean that in a lot of aspects. Does he deserve the title shot? There's some French people that'll probably disagree with champions of all time. Should he even be alive? Now that sounds like I'm threatening him, but no. I mean, he suffered a large motorcycle accident in 2018. He got knocked unconscious, and he's missing a part of his leg. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. There's a piece of his quadricep that is missing. He can't jump on that one leg, I believe. I've heard before. Then as we move through his career, and listen, before we get into the rest of this, we're not covering the run at welterweight, okay? I'm sorry. If you really wanted to see a video covering his run at welterweight, you should have just been there and watched the fights, okay? I mean, if you care what he did to Igor Arroyo, I don't know what to tell you, big dog. But let's cover the things that we need to cover from that era. Here's him looking handsome. Here's him getting double punched by Kamaru Usman. And we could throw him jabbing Jack Marshman up in the apex for shits and gigs. But the Sean we know and love doesn't really start till November 14th, 2020, when he fights Brendan Allen. I know the Jack Marshman fight, he's talking all this shit, and it's cool. We're both boxers, sir. Whatever. The KO of Brendan Allen, to me, is when it really starts. I mean, they were talking all that shit, and then he...
Allen called you a retard last night. Any reaction?
Chins him in round 2, fucking waving his dick in the wind. Beautiful. Then we move to Krzysztof Jotko that next year on the Reyes Prohaska card. Absolutely, just another decision fight. He goes on for another decision against Uriah Hall and then another decision against Jack Hermanson. He's the Apex King. He's the king of the fucking Apex. He's the king of the jab. He's the king of the fight night that nobody watches. And, he's got a very interesting style, very defensive centric. There's not too many guys that do stuff like that. So he's very unique in that way. And then he fights Alex Pereira. A little background. Sean, we don't know him as a wrestler, but from every source available, they say his jiu-jitsu is great. And he's a good wrestler. You see him in that sexy singlet, bro. Come on, look at him. So he's fighting a world champion kickboxer who's about 3 inches taller and maybe 50 pounds heavier. So what does he do? Sean, shoot a takedown. Sean, shoot a takedown. Nah, bro, that's gay, man. That shot is just it's like murder, man. I don't know what happens after this, but something changes in him after. He must have gotten some crazy dose of CTE after this. He was talking major shit, and he's, we'll get to the lines he dropped in that press conference later. But either way, he gets knocked the fuck out. Alex Pereira goes on to beat Israel Adesanya for the World Middleweight Championship. Sean put it on the line, though. You got to give him some props. Everyone was ducking the big, scary Brazilian. Can't tell why. And Sean got in there. Yeah, man, fuck that guy. Yeah, man, Brazilian. Got to give him props, but he got knocked the fuck out. And then, a nice turn of events. They become friends. Alex Pereira said he'd rob a bank with him, so I think that's pretty fucking sick. Either way, that's what happened. He then fights the fucking sun god, Jared Cannonier, and Jared Cannonier used his stones, the magical powers, whatever the fuck, and robbed Sean Strickland. I think most people in the world probably thought Sean won that fight. It's very close. I'll have to check on MMA decisions and put them in here. But yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that this was a robbery. And now Sean's lost 2 in a row. So what do we do? 1 month later, this French fuck, Nassourdine Imavov, his opponent pulls out and Sean says, fuck it. Yeah, let's go. They fight at light heavyweight, actually, so he doesn't really have to cut weight. Sean puts on a show. Wins 3 or 4 rounds, depending on how you see it. The 5th round got a little scary, but it didn't matter. Puts the beats on Nassourdine Imavov, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, that's nice. Coming in on a month's notice, it's a good look. So then Sean decides it's time to go back-to-back Dagestani destruction? Dick down? Yeah, Dagestani dick down. I like that. Boys. Ayo. Either way, it's Abus Magomedov, and people are scared of this guy, bro. Now we know not to be afraid of him, because the dude can't fucking take a walk without passing out. Sean's talking his shit, whatever going in. Yeah, this fucking Dagestani. Rah, rah, rah. So the fight starts, and it kind of looks a bit scary, man. Abus got these long, wiry legs. He's landing all these kicks. He's taking Sean down. It's getting spooky, right? Then he loses, and then Sean drops a nice line at the post-game presser. What happened to your eye, Sean? Talk to me.
Oh, man, I almost got pregnant off that one.
What the fuck did that look like? That's nuts, man. How did he even come up with that? Sean wins. Now, what's going on the other side of the world? Dricus du Plessis has a shot at Israel Adesanya's middleweight title. Dricus pulls out with a broken foot, and Israel Adesanya posts this.
Pussy, dickless. Fuck off. You're out. Strickland, you're in. Let's do the man dance. Show you how to really dance. Yeah.
And come on. You think Sean's not going to take the opportunity to fly like halfway around the world and not get paid nearly as much as he would in America to get a belt? You're fucking wrong, man. So he accepts the fight. And before we get into that, let's sit back and enjoy some of Sean Strickland's funniest moments. Let's get 2 or 3 good clips in before we get to the real meat and potatoes here, because this is the classic moment.
Bro, your Pornhub is just filled with cartoons, bro. No man that beats off the cartoons is gonna beat me. Bro, he is China slut. I don't judge his cartoon porn addiction. I'm not gonna be that guy. I don't judge it. It's called hentai. It's called hentai. Same.
Okay, so Sean gets his title shot, and there's some brewings on the internet that's starting to come out. Credit to MMA Guru for finding out. Israel Adesanya wants to fuck dogs. Crazy. Unbelievable. Now, you might be thinking, no way, he likes to fuck dogs. Maybe he made one weird joke. No. Here's him mouth feeding his dog. Here's him talking about wanting to fuck dogs.
Fucking. Does that affect you?
Never, dude. Nah, man. That's a myth.
Okay.
Facts. I made records this week. I'll just leave it at that. Fight week. Not just in the fight game, not just in the cage. I was making records. Shout out to the puppy.
The puppy?
Whoa, what kind of code word was this going on in the bedroom?
Shout out to her, whoever that is.
And here's him following a puppy porn account or whatever. I forget what the fuck it was, but Sean got in his head pretty fast.
When you argue with a fool, those who are watching can't tell who's who.
When I post a video of me jerking off my dog, they will put some credibility to that. Fucking puppy porn, man.
Sean's talking a lot of shit. Yeah, the Chinaman, yeah. All that funny stuff because Israel Adesanya did a lot of kickboxing in China. Wait, oh yeah, and there's the classic video of him with the Chinese flag saying, "We are all China."
You'll take a look at me. What are you thinking? I'm a black man? Wait a second. I'm a Chinese.
And then we get to fight night. Fight night matters. This fight matters a lot to me. I'm watching at my buddy's house. I'm with my younger brother. We both love Sean Strickland, and he's fighting for a world title. He's like a 7-1 dog, 5-6, whatever, 6-7. He's a 5-6, 7-1 underdog. And you know what? The whole world expects him to get head kick KO'd in round 1, 2, 3. So we get into the fight. He walks out. The ends come marching one by one. Round 1 starts. And you know, there's not much to report here. Jabs, kicks, leg kicks, jabs. Sean's looking all right. And you're like, okay, this round's close. What's happening? Then we hit the 26-second mark and... oh my fucking God. Oh. No way. You're kidding. Israel Adesanya escapes the round, but everyone lost their fucking mind. This was insane. The whole arena was quiet up until... I'm going to try to embed the audio just so you can hear what happens. Guess... Put in the comments below the timestamp for when he gets knocked down, please. And you know what? It's all downhill sledding for Sean Strickland for the rest of the fight. He's just bullying him. It's an absolute ass whooping. And, you know, Izzy takes round 2. Who gives a shit? Sean gets 3, 4, 5, just jabbing, kicking him to the stomach. And then, of course, the now patented last 30 seconds Sean Strickland blitz. Just jumping and screaming, and so cool to see. And he's just yelling in the face of Israel Adesanya. And that was about it, man. Sean's world champ. Now what? Dricus was now what? Dricus. He fights Strickland in January. They have a weird build-up to this fight. They have a press conference. Strickland kind of makes Strickland cry by insinuating that his dad diddled him. And your dad doesn't have shit on me. He talks like Sean Connery, Strickland. I don't know. It's pretty sick. Either way. Yeah, then they're both sat next to each other at UFC 296 the month before they fight. And Sean just tries to fucking fight him. Like, you're going to fight him in a cage. Like, what are we doing? So he just jumps on him and starts elbowing the shit out of Dricus' head. Dricus gets up. He's cool. But it's just like, what are we, like, I think he just feeds into his own personality. And he tries to act like he's an absolute fucking nut job. I don't think he is. Maybe a little bit, but so they have another press conference, whatever. Dreykus is, he's talking like this. I don't think he's that good of a fighter. They fight. It's a close fight. It's a war. It's a great fight. It was a great night. Oh no, the night of fights sucked. It was terrible. Don't get me wrong. But that fight was cool. It kind of made it worth it. Sean looked good in the champ shorts. And round 1, pretty clear Strickland round. Round 2, I believe is pretty clear Dreykus. 3 and 4, I believe is where it gets. No, 3 is the dicey one. 2 and 3 are dicey. I think Sean picked one of those up. I think Sean picked up round 3. Dreykus definitely wins round 4, and Sean definitely wins round 5. The judges, split decision, give it to Dreykus. And I wonder, sometimes I feel like there's a little incentive to not give Sean. I mean, I don't blame them. Like, I don't, I wouldn't want the face of my company going off on racist rants. I feel like that's a bit, it's a bit not what's supposed to occur. Yeah, Dreykus wins. It's fine. It's a close fight. You can't call it a robbery. So he loses his belt, like, immediately, like 3 months. It's a quick turnaround for champs. I don't know what the record is, but Sean, he's definitely in the running for shortest title reign ever. So then he gets a fight against Paulo Costa in June. And, another boring fight. It's just kind of a jab teep fest. Costa looks like a bum. Costa completely forgot how to fight, I guess. I don't know what happened. But he didn't forget to pay off one of the judges. This fight is so Sean-centric, and somehow one of the judges scored it for Costa. Watching that live, that was fucking ridiculous. Shout out Paulo Costa, man. That's the boy, though. And that gets him another title shot against Dreykus Duplessis. Dreykus dispatched Israel Adesanya earlier, and now they get a rematch.
I don't care.
I don't really give a fuck where he's from, but I'll show him who he is.
Yeah, whatever that means.
And Sean gets his ass beat. I was watching with some of my friends that don't watch MMA, and I was trying to explain my love for Sean Strickland. They're just telling me, wasn't he supposed to be good? Isn't he good? This guy's your favorite? He's a bum, whatever. And I really thought about taking my own life that night. I mean, he came out in a fucking Ron Jeremy porn stash. It was just a terrible look. What are we doing, Sean? You're fighting for a world title. You're not filming a video with a porn star. I don't watch that stuff, so I don't know any of it. His ass beat. Whatever. Happens. Then he gets a fight later the next year in February, so he gets a year out. And, he starts shit with Anthony Hernandez. He starts doing he's like an ICE agent because Anthony Hernandez is of Mexican descent. It's weird because I feel like you can joke about race in a way. Sometimes, Sean just says whatever the fuck he wants. And this was one of those things where he's posting himself as a fucking ICE agent, and like Anthony Hernandez's kids were traumatized. It was disgusting. I mean, it just felt bad. Because I like Anthony Hernandez too. He's cool. But, Sean's a showman. He's trying to sell fights. He's trying to pick what 17 to 21-year-olds think is cool on Aiden Ross streams or whatever the fuck. And yeah, Sean absolutely smokes Anthony Hernandez. It's a close first 2 rounds, and then Anthony Hernandez's soft, doughy body just could not take a Sean Strickland knee up the middle. And that was it. Sean puts the fucking beats on him, and Sean wins, and he gets a title shot. Against who? The lay and pray extraordinaire Khamzat Chimaev. He looks like Gargamel from the Smurfs. You think this man's going to beat Sean Strickland? No way. I'm very worried. But, this fight week has been very interesting. They've almost fought like 4 times. Khamzat kicked Strickland in the nuts. They've both been, I kill everybody. Saw your daddy make you girl. Whatever the fuck, man. That shit is hilarious. I love this press conference. Is awesome. This fight week has been awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I think Sean can really pull it off. I really do. It's going to take a lot of stalling and a lot of, getting up, but I think Sean can do it. If anybody can do it, it's Sean. Khamzat was posting this sparring footage that was dumb, and he acted like he won. Can you count any strikes Khamzat lands here? Me neither. Strickland has been calling Khamzat like he likes to have intercourse with goats, which, very racist. I wouldn't. I'm not assuming that. Khamzat's never denied it, though. Fuck. Sean Strickland said he was going to shoot Khamzat. Khamzat said he likes him because he's making him get paid. Then at the press conference, they were just yelling at each other for about 20 minutes. Was it fun to watch? Yes, but at the end of the day, did we really get anything out of it? Also, yeah, we did, because that shit rocked. Fuck yes. This is what the UFC's about, man. 2 people hate each other. We step in the cage and we duke it out. But yeah, that fight will be in about 8 hours. This video is coming a little late, so I'm sorry about that. I wanted to buy a new microphone, which I'm using right now. But yeah, I got faith in Strickland. I think he's going to pull this off. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. But I guess we'll see.
History doesn't repeat itself. It just oftentimes rhymes. Sean Strickland shocks the world again. Khamzat, what happened?
Khamzat smudges him all round 1. I'm sorry. I couldn't finish the video in time, and I thought I was just so confident in Sean winning. Why not? You know, I'll just make it when he wins. And that's a great end to the video. Close fight. The beef was totally fake. Dana paid. I know Dana's seething. He had to pay so much extra money for all that security for no reason. These dudes loved each other, dapping each other up in between rounds. But yeah, Sean, round 2, he's got 3 minutes of control time. It was not AI. This image is not AI. Then he wins round 3 and 5. Somehow Hamzat got uglier. It looked like he took his face to a cheese grater. And of course, in true Hamzat fashion, he runs to Twitter talking about a rematch. Get the fuck out of here, boy. It's over. You're 15-1. Caddy Rob's got you done. Your family hung, shot. Either way, that was a little grim. Sorry about that. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, that Strickland can fight. Love him or hate him. His antics are a little nuts. I don't agree with everything he says, and I don't think anybody should. But the dude's entertaining, at least outside of the ring, and he's a damn good fighter. So that's about the thesis of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, of course, this video is sponsored by the hot new athleisure brand Dirty Goals. Perfect for working out. You can hang out. It doesn't really matter. We have a promo code now. Yes, we are switching up on our day ones. We are famous enough to have a 10% off promo code. So make sure you hit that up. Get something on the site. Of course, promo code FOOP for 10% off your first purchase. Yeah, that's about it, man. Go get you some merch, support the family business. We make YouTube videos and t-shirts, okay? That's what we do around here. So anyway, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one, probably tomorrow if you're lucky.